And welcome to a new part in this tutorial series. We will begin this episode with some project organization, or some cleaning up basically. So in your view controller file, in the did receive memory warning method. So this method is called whenever where your iOS device needs to free up some memory. So essentially, it's our task to the free memory inside of this method. So that includes deleting our context and freeing all of our buffers. So let's begin. So first of all, let's start by setting our context to nil. So just do self dot. Well, actually, no. No. First of all, set our context to the current context. So equal context, set current context, self.context. Okay, and remember, the context is where all of the OpenGL stuff is stored. Now, let's delete our buffer. And that's very easy. So just type gl delete buffers 1 and vertex buffer ID. Now let's delete our textures, and that's quite simple. So a simple way to do it is to simply create an insert integer. So gl insert integer, name this texture buffer ID. This will equal, well, first off, self dot player rocket dot texture info dot name, and this will pass the reference the ID of our texture inside of our fixed memory, and then we just delete this with gl delete textures 1 add 1 and then add texture buffer ID. So now it's deleted. And we should do this 2 times because we have 2 textures, and this will equals underscore and it's ball texture info dot name, and so again use the gl delete textures 1 add texture buffer ID. Okay, now we can delete our context. Well, first off, let's just set our base effect to nil. It's not necessary, but it's well, basically everything that we create inside of this function we should delete inside of the receive memory warning. Well, everything. Yes, the ball, the unspecifiable array. Well, actually, we're creating it inside of our viewDidLoad method, but actually it's not the wrong place to create it. So you should actually create. There is another method, and it's called ID init. It's an init method, and it's called, so the return type is ID, and it's called initWithData, and just like it's the constructor of this class, and it's called only once to create this class. While the viewDidLoad method will be called every time the view is loaded. So that's more than once. Okay, so just like any constructor type, if self equals super initWithData and just pass the argument. And then instead of here, we can just actually initialize our pulse array. So just copy or cut and paste it. So get the one line out of the viewDidLoad method and paste it inside of your initWithData constructor. So like this. and then just return self. Okay, so again, the view the load method is called every time the view is loaded, and the initWithData is only called once to create a class. Again, every object we create inside of our viewDatLoad method, we should delete inside of the receive memory warning. So, well, actually we can, well, we can keep these, I guess, for now. Just to keep it simple. Now let's just delete our context, and just do self.context equals nil. And that's it actually. Well, maybe one more thing. We should set our context to nil, so just type equal context, set current context nil. Yeah, that's it. It is just like a security measure. At this way, we make sure our current context is nil. So, okay. And now we cleaned up after ourselves. Okay. One more thing I wanted to fix. At the moment, the origins of Arval's price are in the bottom left corner. And, well, maybe it's better to just put the origin in the middle. So, the most simple way to do that is to go to vertices and to change this a little bit up. So, okay, what we should do, I'll just do this off screen. So change vertices to look like this. So basically what we're doing here is our origin is now in the middle of the square instead of in the bottom left corner. So there's one more thing we should fix with this. In our sprite.m file, we should, so in the render method, we should change the call to the translate function, so just delete the minus squared divided by 2. Okay, and now it should work just the same. Yeah, okay. Maybe one more thing we could do. So I was thinking, add a new property and call it add property, and it will be a sign, and it will be a float, and call it rotation velocity. And in your update method, we can do self.rotation plus equals self.velocity, self.rotation velocity. A very simple way to do this. Okay. And then in your view controller class, in your shoot method, let's add like a rotation velocity to every ball. So just do right here, just before we add the ball to the array. So ball dot rotation velocity, and do like 1 maybe for now. Run this, and if you shoot a ball, it does rotate maybe like 5. Yeah, you see, it looks way nicer now. That's pretty cool actually. It actually kind of looks 3D now. That's cool. Okay, so that was it for today. In the next video we will add some enemies. So see you then. Bye.